Hi everyone, thanks for your time. Today my name is Sgvmware and I'm with Dell EMC Data Protection Solutions, and I'm here to talk to you about protecting VMware environments with Dell EMC and how fast and simple and easy it is to do. So the strategy for protecting VMware is kind of at an inflection point. The way you protect a virtual environment is kind of trending up and towards the software-defined approach, where people are using REST API for automation and orchestration, and they're doing vVols and planning for vSAN and so on. And what that is a hypervisor-based approach, or a hypervisor-based data protection as a service approach, leveraging VMware constructs, directly with APIs. So with EMC solutions, we wanted to, we've been doing this, we're out in the forefront of this, and we've been doing this, from the get-go. We've never looked at protecting a VMware environment any other way. We wanted to take a look, though, to see how well our solutions were running, how fast our backups were completing. So what we did over the course of the last year was we ran somewhere around 20,000 assessments across the enterprise. And what we were able to glean from those assessments was that 85% of backups completed in under 30 minutes. Now, that is great information, and it's pretty powerful as well, because what does that mean? Yeah, that's great that my backups are completing quickly, right? So I can get on to do other things and not sit there and fix, backups and try to understand what's taking so long. But I could give resources back to the VM application owners. I take load off the systems when my backups are running that quick. So that was excellent news, and it's actually documented in a white paper, an ESG white paper that I could share with you. And then simplistically, we do all that through our automation and orchestration processes. So I'll touch on that in a minute. But I wanted to just take a quick step back and talk about, the strategy for data protection. Customers are really facing a challenge because, for those that are focused here with our traditional competitions focused area with array-based integration, basically, if your backup architecture is storage integrated, if it's a storage integrated solution using snapshots to speed things up because maybe the backup software couldn't keep up, you were growing out of your configurations, and it wasn't able to accomplish what you needed it to accomplish at the hypervisor layer. Our competitions are focused on a protocol, the SAN transport protocol, or array-based integration. It's disappearing. And it's disappearing because vVols and vSAN are no longer supported with the SAN transport protocol. So that really leaves our customers, with a challenge. And it's, do I adopt a vSAN? Do I start my journey toward software defined? And if I do, how does that impact me? Do I have to redesign my architecture? Most likely, because every array vendor is different. Each vendor array would have to be recertified because each deploy snapshots differently. There's no standard way of deploying a snapshot kind of across the board. So, like I said before, EMC has been focusing on the hypervisor, its entire, process from the beginning. And we really are out in front from an innovation standpoint. From things we do with vProxies and cleaning up snapshots and verifying that we have enough proxies, all done automatically. We really are, whether we had foresight or whether we just got lucky, but we really lead the charge here. So now in terms of automation, we have three key areas, and I have EMC on the left and our competition on the right, and who's doing what well or at all. So VMware images, right, we're all doing that. We're all able to do image-based backups, and we're pretty much all able to protect them automatically, right? Spin up a VM, have it automatically added to the policy you want it to be added to, and start backing it up. But where we separate ourselves from the competition is automatic proxy deployment and sizing, as well as media servers. So what this means is EMC has a way to automatically calculate based on your SLA, your number of VMs that you need to protect, and your backup window, and figure out how many proxies you need automatically. And that is done going forward too. As you continue to add VMs, you're not, you don't have to sit there and figure out, manually calculate, geez, do I need to add another proxy or media server? That's all done for you, and nobody else is doing that in this space. And then from a protection storage standpoint, we're completely integrated with our software stack. You can deploy multiple data domains if you like. You can have tenants. So here I have tenant A. If you wanted to span across 3 data domains, or and then have tenant B, span across 2 data domains, you can certainly do that. Maybe you want it to sequentially just span all 3 and do true data protection as a service. We have that ability to do so, and our competition does not. Again, so like I said, we really are out in front from a data protection for VMware standpoint. I should mention, some of our competitors are doing hypervisor-based data protection, and one that comes to mind is Veeam, and I jotted it down here. Veeam does it, but they don't do it as efficiently or as simply as we do. When you deploy a Veeam environment, you would need to deploy more proxies. And the reason why is because Veeam needs twice the number of resources per proxy than EMC. EMC, a typical Avamar networker environment, it can run 8 simultaneous streams per proxy. Veeam only does 4. So that's 50% less resources you're going to need with a Dell EMC solution. So that's just one example. So to summarize, why EMC? Well, full REST API toolkit gives you the opportunity or the capability really to dynamically control both your hardware and software. If you're leveraging VRA or if you're a service provider doing vCloud Director, we have plugins for that, which really makes automation that much more simple. In vCloud Director, our web UI plugin, so really that allows you to manage data protection through vCenter outside of the backup software. Whether you want to do instant access, you can IA, file level recovery. You can leverage our continuous data protection and point-in-time copies. Over the course of say some number of hours, you have the capability of doing that as well. And then, as I mentioned before, the timings in the lab, we have to show for it, and that ESG white paper that was written I could share. So with that, I could do a deeper dive in any of these areas, workflow automation, using REST, whatever you guys need, just let me know. But as you're going down the software-defined or data protection as a service journey, please consider us, because we really do it simple and easy. Thanks for your time.